When I picked up the Glock 35 before Thanksgiving, I was expecting a pistol that I could use for deer hunting with the 40 Smith & Wesson and for home defense. Little did I know how much I would really enjoy shooting this gun, and I could definitely see it turning into quite the range gun, even though it does shoot 40 Smith & Wesson. With the size of the gun, the ergonomics, finger grooves, the low bore access to the Glock, it is a really soft shooter, and I actually enjoy shooting it. I enjoy shooting a 40 Smith & Wesson anyway. I like having that little bite in that cartridge and just a little oomph to it. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to finish up. I gave you the first impressions on this when I first got it. I've shot it quite a bit since then with different rounds through it. We'll talk about those in a little bit, and I'm going to show you a couple different rounds here too that we'll show you how they run, as well as I've run my TLR1HL on it, and I've got some news there, so you'll want to watch that. Overall, guys, I'll tell you what I've done to it before we get into a little bit of the shooting. I left the regular magazine release because if it's going to be a hunting vehicle, a hunting weapon, sorry, I was looking at a vehicle, a hunting weapon and home defense, I'm not too concerned about mag changes. I will even carry this gun though, and I have. I've got an inside the waistband holster that it works really nicely in, and on the hip, guys, it's not a big deal. Now, at appendix, it's a little long, and if you plan on sitting down for any period of time, it probably isn't the perfect gun for appendix carry. But inside the waistband, I mean, it carries like the 17, and people do that all the time, you know, in the Glock 22 as far as the frame size. So no problems with carrying it if you want to. I did take off the extended slide release. Now, this along with the Glock 34 in 9mm is the tactical practical or practical tactical models. I'm not sure which order it is, but that's what they are, and they come with the extended slide stop. They also come with a little cutout here, the Gen 3s in the front for ripping that magazine out if you needed to. That long sight radius is really nice for backing up to 30, 40, 50 yards, and it works really nicely. Not to mention, guys, the reason I really like this gun is the versatility. I mentioned in a first impressions video, 357 SIG and 9mm. You know, I can swap out barrels, so I love the versatility of the gun. Ameriglow IDOT Pros. Now, if you notice, the back is a Heine sight. I don't have the Ameriglow in yet. It should be here, as a matter of fact, by the end of this week, and I'll mount that on there. Interesting thing is, the Ameriglow, so you guys are aware, the rear Ameriglow sight and the Heine sight is exactly the same height. So the point of aim, point of impact, even with an Ameriglow front and the Heine rear is exactly where it will be with the Ameriglow. It's dead on. It's perfect. So, guys, I'm going to get over here and I'm going to run through a couple of drills, show you guys how it runs. I guess follow-up shots with the 40 are possible, right? Guys, this is a great shooting gun, and I will attribute some of that. Obviously, I like the 40 caliber, so I'm going to defend it. Even in a small gun with proper technique and a little butt behind the gun, you can handle 40. But the big gun obviously helps. This thing just, man, what a beast. I love shooting this gun. So, guys, I'm cranking down the TLR1HL pretty tight. Now, that's snug, that's a little pass. I'm gonna go ahead and crank it down on that dust cover. We're gonna see how she runs. All right, as far as the news regarding the TLR1HL, as you saw there by the footage, it actually works perfectly. I just wanted to kind of get you guys thinking the Gen 3s won't work with weapon lights. Now, I know some people, I believe with even the 35s, I think there was a comment in my first impressions video, former law enforcement officer, they did have problems with their Gen 3 35s with their light attached. I know it's happened with the Glock 22 as well, but I have to tell you guys, through several hundred rounds, including just a shade under 200 with the Streamlight TLR1HL on this, it's been flawless. It's been perfect. I've had no problems, and I intentionally cranked it down pretty tight on the frame on the dust cover just to see if I would have a problem with it. And as you guys saw, it runs perfect with a light. So my final thoughts on the Glock 35 after several hundred rounds with hunting ammo, with hollow points, with regular Federal aluminum case, 180 grain, you know, what do I think? I think this gun is exceeded my expectations by far. And it is a lot of fun to shoot. It's a lot of fun just to imagine the possibilities, you know, with the barrel swaps and the versatility there. I really appreciate that. It's dead on accurate. The trigger's great. I just don't have anything bad to say about the Glock 35, guys. I wasn't in the long slide pistol market until I started considering deer hunting with it, which, as a matter of fact, that starts in 6 days. So I will be out for the first time in 6 days with this pistol in a tree stand hunting antlerless deer only for that season. And by the way, the temperatures now are pretty nice. It's supposed to be like a high of 13 degrees that first day after Christmas. So it's going to be cold, but the nice thing is I don't have to pull a bow or anything, so I can really layer up and dress thick. All I have to do is present that pistol out and make sure I put rounds where they need to be. So I'm extremely pleased with this gun. If you guys are in the market for a long slide pistol, the Glock 35 is not a bad choice because of the versatility. I can always shoot 9 out of it. But if you are a strict 9mm person, the 34 is the same gun, only chambered to 9mm. So even though I haven't gotten to shoot one of those, if it's anything like this, which is pretty much the same, guys, I would recommend it, the 34 or the 35. Grab one. You will not be disappointed. It's a lot of fun to shoot, and I'm more than pleased with it. So thank you guys for watching my Glock 35 first impressions and this review. I appreciate it.